She sat smiling while her kids were buried in her husband's backyard. This isn't just a famous case. This is a case of justice. 2 lives that were stolen way too early. They were stolen by the person that's supposed to love them the most. Tylee Ryan was just 16 years old. JJ Vallow was just 7. They were happy, loved kids, and then they just vanished. When her mother, Lori Vallow, was asked where they were, she just smiled. September 2019, Lori just unexpectedly pulled her kids out of the school system. There's no warning, no explanation, they were just gone. Told people a lot of different stories. JJ was staying with friends and Tylee was at college. She just lied and lied and lied. But people started to get suspicious because there was no sightings of these children. None. And when the police showed up to start asking questions, Lori Vallow and her new husband, Chad Daybell, they took off. They ran. And her new husband wasn't just a regular 9-to-5 guy. He was a prophet. He believed that the world was ending and he preached about dark times, zombies, and the end of the world. Lori, she believed it all, even down to the fact that she thought her kids were turning into zombies. It was a twisted belief system, and it ended in unaliving. For a while, the children were just missing. We didn't know where they were. And Lori and Chad Daybell, they couldn't answer any questions. They were vacationing in Hawaii. You can't get any more guilty than that. Your children are missing, the whole world is looking for them, and you're on the beach. When it was finally time for Lori to appear in court, she said nothing. She just smirked. In June 2020, there was a search of Chad Daybell's backyard, and what they found was horrific. Little JJ's body was found, wrapped in plastic and duct tape, and buried next to a fire pit. Tylee was found nearby, and she had been burned and then buried as well, and her remains were almost unrecognizable. These were Lori's children, and she discarded them like trash. Lori was arrested, but she showed no emotion, not for Tylee and not for JJ, even though the rest of the world was. Lori was able to stand trial, and Chad Daybell is still waiting on his. During the trial, there was a lot brought up about text messages between the two that had dark spirits and zombies and the second coming, all of these very, very dark thoughts. This proved that she didn't just do it, she had planned it, and it was horrifying. Tylee and JJ were the brightest and sweetest kids. They deserved a bright future. They should be in school right now. They should be hanging out with friends. They should not have their names and pictures in a courtroom with their mother smiling. I talk about evil people a lot, but this is truly evil. She is truly evil. She sat there and she watched her children be unalived and then smiled in court as they talked about it. Can't bring JJ and Tylee back, even though I wish we could. But we can keep their names and their story alive by sharing videos like this and stories and memories about them. And demanding justice from Lori and Chad. Comment all your thoughts below about this case, and as always, follow me because I post true crime content daily.